Hello everybody. I wanted to share another technique for creating or manifesting or shaping your reality in the way you want. I was working with a client the other day who had some issues with encountering people and being highly sensitive to bad interactions, bad reactions that people would have with the person. And we had long conversations about this and talked about how negative interactions that you have with other people induce something similar or exactly post-traumatic stress disorder in your daily life, making you more sensitive to social interactions and interactions with negative people. I wanted to come up with an analogy that would be useful for this person to use, that would be comfortable for this person, and help them to really understand a way that they can incorporate their beliefs and their way of thinking into something that would help them to reshape their emotional reaction to negative social interactions. And so what I came up with that I thought was really very creative and very useful is the race car driver technique for reprogramming your emotional reaction to whatever it is that you want to change your reaction to. So while talking with this client, we discussed how the subconscious mind is really the thing that is the driver for the reaction that you're having, the emotional reaction, and that the conscious mind is just reacting to whatever the subconscious mind has set up for you. And so my analogy that we used in an in vivo situation was to relate your conscious mind to a race car driver, the subconscious mind to your mechanic or your pit crew, and your body to the actual race car. And so I explained that, let's say you're going to be in a race and you're in the bay where all of the crews are getting ready for the race, and you have all the different teams, and the race car driver is down there, and he's talking to his crew about the types of reactions he wants his equipment to have, and how to tune it in a way that will help him to drive the car at its best. And he overhears the different crews maybe talking negatively about him, and it's bothering him. And so while he's consciously reacting to negative situations or whatever, he still is capable of telling his mechanic, telling his pit crew how he wants his car to respond. And he maybe even give directions to his crew angrily, like, oh, I really want my car to drive really fast because I want to beat that French team, and I want my gas pedal to be a little bit tighter when I've put it to the floor. I want the shifter to be a little looser so that I can go from second to whatever gear I'm going to go to. And so that's your conscious mind reacting to conscious feedback that you're getting in your environment, but you can still have enough wherewithal to clearly talk to your mechanic or your subconscious mind and tell it very valuable information as to how you want it to set things up so that you can have a better reaction in the future. And so we use this example, and I explained that it's really important that you actually tell, you as the conscious person, the driver, want to have a discussion with your mechanic, and you want to actually separate the two entities into, I'm the driver and I'm speaking to my subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is kind of like your child, or maybe your employee, or your mechanic, or however you want to see it. Using the driver mechanic model, the mechanic needs instruction. So as a race car driver, the more he can talk to his crew and explain the types of things he's feeling and how and the changes he'd like to feel in response to what the mechanic can do, the better the car or the body will be tuned up for his use, right? And the subconscious mind likes to be talked to in that way, and it's the subconscious mind who is the mechanic who will be doing the work that your conscious mind is hoping to have when you go to drive the car. The driver is not the one down there in the pit doing all of the work that's required on the car to make it run right. In the best of situations, you want to have a crew, you want to have a mechanical crew, a pit crew down there doing all this work for you. And so you actually want to separate the two entities and speak to your mechanic as a separate entity. So in the situation that we practiced this technique in, my client was out and about in a shopping mall setting, and so we discussed having this dialogue internally. So each time you have a reaction, I explained an interaction that you perceive as negative, tell your driver or tell your mechanic that you didn't like that and you want it to change. You want instead, the next time you have an interaction like that, you want to feel better. And whatever words you want to use. I want to feel really, really good. You want to feel happier. You want to feel empowered. You want to feel whatever it is you want to feel. Tell your mechanic that that's what you want, and then let it go. And then go about your day again. And when you have the next interaction, speak to your mechanic again and explain to the mechanic what you want from there to happen. Let's say the next interaction you have is the same. So you tell your mechanic again, hey mechanic, I really want a different reaction. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel oppressed. I want to feel strong. I want to feel nothing. I want to feel whatever it is you want to feel. You can also get mad at your mechanic. You can say, you know what? I don't like what happened last time, and I asked you to change it. And so I'm going to tell you again to make this change. And this time I want it to change. So you can have a really good, strong conversation with your mechanic like this, and your subconscious mind will accept this type of interaction. And the more real you can make it, the better your results are going to be. And so, just over the phone, we went through interactions, and we started to see a change in the results in the interactions. There was more positivity with every single interaction that happened. And so I just wanted to share this technique with you. I thought it was very an interesting way to look at the conscious, subconscious, and body relationship and how to use these three entities to shape, to be the driver, and to shape how you feel, and other things that you can use this technique for, to shape how you feel and the reactions that you can get from other people. So thank you so much for listening. I'd really like to hear any feedback, comments, and any results that you have using this technique, if you find it useful, or any improvements. Maybe you tried something different or added to this technique and would like to share your approach to it that was successful for you. Also, I wanted to share that I'm doing a live event, a very intimate gathering, September 29th, next month. And I will have my link, my Eventbrite link, below in the description if you want to join me and others to dynamically manifest. I really believe in the power of group thinking. There's the concept of groupthink in psychology has been discussed in a negative way. Groupthink can be a negative thing because it can cause stagnation in thinking. But you can also use groupthink for positive things like mastermind groups and dynamic manifesting. So if you'd like to learn more about this and really get some really great techniques under your belt and really supercharge your ability to create the reality that you want, come join us at the event. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please like and subscribe. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.